Hare Krishna, dear devotees.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam.
Hare Krishna. Okay, dear devotees, so let's begin the second chapter of the 10th canto. So let me do a short invocation so we can begin. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Gurave Gaurachandraya Radhikaya Tadhalaya Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tad-Bhaktaya Namo Namaha. So, the second chapter is entitled Prayers by the Demigods for Lord Krishna in the Womb. So in previous chapter, we discussed how Parikshit Maharaj had requested Shukadeva Goswami to elaborately describe the pastimes of Lord Krishna and his activities right from the beginning till the end. Lord's from the birth of Lord till the departure of the Lord. So he requested Shukadeva Goswami to describe in detail. Shukadeva Goswami then thanked Parikshit Maharaj and glorified the effect of Krishna Katha. It is like Mother Ganga, which purifies three worlds. Similarly, Krishna Katha will also purify the inquirer, the listener, and the speaker. Then he narrated how Mother Earth, once upon a time, overburdened by the evil kings, appear saddened and approach Lord Brahma. Then Lord Brahma, along with other demigods, they went to the shore of Milk Ocean, and Lord, they offered prayers. Lord had conveyed his message to Lord Brahma. He is the head of demigods. Within his heart, the message had been received that the Lord will appear along with Sankarshana, Anantadeva, Baladev, and Yogamaya. And he had ordered the demigods, to take birth in the Yadu dynasty and assist in mission in removing the burden of earth by punishing the miscreants. Demigods were happy. Mother was happy. Mother Earth was happy. She took the form of cow, and on the earthly planet here, we discussed how Kamsa was personally riding the chariot of his sister on her marriage day, and both Vasudeva and Devaki were seated, and they were surrounded by other servants and so many. It's like a pompous ceremony. But when he heard the voice from the sky, that he would be killed by the eighth son of Devaki. Then he decided to actually kill Devaki on her marriage day. Uh, uh, and Vasudeva had, tried to stop the heinous act by Kamsa. He had put forward several arguments and several ways he tried to convince. When nothing worked, uh, Vasudev said to Kamsa that he would deliver every child that is born to Devaki as soon as they were born. And Kamsa was happy with that arrangement. And when the first child was born, so Vasudev uh, handed over the child to Kamsa. But Kamsa initially said, I'm not afraid of the first child, I'm afraid of the eighth child, so you can take the child away. But when he understood that all the demigods had appeared in the Yadu dynasty, any child can kill. So he killed uh, six children, one after another, and he imprisoned his father, and he was, terrorizing basically um, the situation. Um, and so we will continue from there today. Uh, so, his father-in-law, Kamsa's father-in-law, uh, was Jarasandha. He was a very powerful personality. So, taking advantage of Jarasandha's power, uh, Kamsa um, tried to occupy and threaten um, and prosecuted the kings of Yadu dynasty. Mm. And he had cooperation from other demons like Pralambha, Bhaka, Chanura, Trunavrata, Aghasura, Mushtika, Arishta, Dvivida, Putana, Keshi, Dhenuka, Banasur, Narakasur, and many other demonic kings. So, taking association of these demonic kings and taking advantage of Jarasandha, so he began to prosecute the kings of Yadu dynasty. Mm. So Prabhupada writes nice things in the purport. Yes, Kamsa was unconquerable for some time. He prosecuted devotees. He tortured the devotees. Even, Magadha Raja Jarasandha, he was also very, very powerful. So, and, is more powerful than Kamsa. So Jarasandha was much more powerful than Kamsa. So Kamsa took advantage of that and is misusing it. So Prabhupada writes, it's a matter of time. Devotees will become victorious. So, yeah. And Jarasandha got killed. Kamsa got killed as well eventually. So devotees, they need to be a little patient. Uh, and so because of this, because he had learned that, all the demigods are taking birth in the Yadu dynasty, So that's why he kept on prosecuting them. Mm. So all the Yadus have fled, uh, and entered in various kingdoms. Some people, they try to, people like Akrura, offer some service to mm, uh, Kamsa. Uh, so then, um, after the children were killed by, 6 sons were killed by Kamsa, the Lord in the spiritual world ordered mm, Yogamaya. mm, Uh, so um, that you transfer, after 6 sons were born, seventh child was Sankarshan, Baladev. So Lord ordered Yogamaya that you go to Vrindavan and transfer uh, Baladev Sankarshan from the womb of Devaki to the womb of Rohini. Rohini is also the wife of Vasudeva, and she was living at that time in the womb of Nanda Maharaja. mm, Because of Kamsa's prosecution, and other wives of Vasudeva were also living incognito um, in Nanda Maharaja's house. Mm. So Krishna said, um, in the womb of Devaki, it's my plenary expansion, Sankarshana. Um, so please transfer him into the womb of Rohini. And then he told that, then I will appear. Mm. And then you can appear in the womb of Yashoda. You can appear. I will appear um, as the eighth son of Devaki. Mm. And then mm, um, so here acharyas have explained that uh, after I mentioned in the last session that these 6 sons were the sons of Marichi, um, and because of their offense towards Lord Brahma, they took birth as the grandsons of Hiranyakashipu. And that time their father was Kalanemi. And so that Kalanemi took birth as Kamsa now, and those 6 children were cursed to be killed by their own father, Kalanemi. So that's why those 6 sons of Marichi, uh, in the third birth, first birth, sons of Marichi, second birth, grandsons of Hiranyakashipu, and third birth, the sons of 6 sons of Devaki. So, acharyas, they explain that these 6 sons, they represent the 6 enemies: um, lust, greed, anger, etc. So when they were killed, then Balaram enters the womb of Devaki, who purifies the place. Then Krishna entered the womb. So until Marichi represents the mind. So these six enemies, lust, greed, anger, they are the sons of mind, basically. So they need to be destroyed before Krishna appears in the core of our heart. So that's how Acharyas explains this. And he spoke to Yogamaya that way, that you will appear in the womb of Yashoda. So you will, because you are my energy, you'll be celebrated as, with different names: Durga, Bhadrakali, Vijaya, Vaishnavi, Kumuda, Chandika. She's also got the name Krishna. Krishna, long a girl, lady. Madhavi, Kanyaka, Maya, Narayani, Ishani, Sharada, Ambika, etc. Um, so, Prabhupada mentions some people like to worship Vishnu Maya, Durga Devi, Kalima, and they think that she is the supermost. She fulfills the material desires. Of course, if you approach her and ask for Krishna Bhakti, she will definitely do that also. But here, it's mentioned clearly that she is the potency, energy of the Lord. So, when Yogamaya was ordered to do this task of transferring the seventh pregnancy of Devaki to the Rohini, she agreed by saying Om, and she circumambulated Lord, and then she came to the earth, Vrindavan, and then there she did exactly what she was told to do so. So she transferred the seventh child in the womb of from the womb of Devaki to the Rohini. So it is mentioned here. That time Rohini was also pregnant by Vasudeva. So when she became pregnant, immediately she had to leave. Right? So that time she was leaving, but before her departure to Gokul, she became pregnant by Vasudeva. So that time it is said actually she was in her 7th month of pregnancy. So when Yogamaya had transferred from the womb of Devaki to the womb of Rohini, that was during Rohini's sleep in the night, she felt that she had a miscarriage. That's how she felt, Rohini felt. Of course, Devaki had a miscarriage, and Rohini felt because she was also pregnant. But Yogamaya told her that I have actually replaced your pregnancy with Baladev, Sankarshana. And why? Because Rohini was the eternal mother of Balram. This is what been mentioned here. So after this, so why did does anybody know why? There are a couple of reasons why this transfer had to occurred. Meena Mataji had raised hand. Sorry, I was not looking at the screen. Yes, Meena Mataji.
That's fine. Prabhuji, I'm a little confused. So you said Rohini was already pregnant by Vasudeva, but wasn't Vasudeva in prison with Devaki? Or do
That
we
was late.
understand it from a
Yeah,
different point of view?
before that, the conception had happened.
But
So,
already by then 6.
No. Let me say that he did not immediately imprison Devaki and Vasudeva.
Okay.
There was some time, you remember, like when first child was born immediately. You imagine, like, he did not imprison. So first child was born, that is 9 months already. They were outside the prison, right?
Right. Okay.
And after the first child was born, they went and handed over. But Kamsa said, no problem, take him back. But after some time, when Narad Muni informed that, all of them are demigods, anybody can kill, then that time Kamsa imprisoned. So there was good amount of time for their meeting, you see.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So, many times, this was not clear, but this was explained in the purports. Prabhupada writes I'm not telling anything outside the purport. This has been explained in the purport. So she was already pregnant. So that way there was no, of course, different people said differently, but in sometimes movies it is shown slightly differently. Oh, that all of a sudden she became pregnant and she was a little bit embarrassed that, how she became pregnant like that. Right? But here you can read the purport to text 15 in this chapter. So that's where it is mentioned that Rohini in the 7th month of our pregnancy. That's what's mentioned. And Prabhupada quotes that from Harivamsha. From Harivamsha, it's been described. Okay.
Okay, Prabhuji. Thank you very much. Very good.
Yeah.
You asked a question, Prabhuji. What was it? Sorry?
Say that again.
You asked a question just before.
So, why Baladev had to appear as the 7th? And why that transfer had to occur? Why not Baladev can't take birth? Why Baladev was not directly taken birth from Rohini, but initially he was placed in Devaki's womb, then he was transferred into Rohini. Why was that? Yes, Purnamataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandvat Pranam.
Hari.
I can try it. I'm not sure. I can give it a best guess. Is it because in Rama Avatar, Lakshmanji was the younger one who was the Shesha Nag Avatar, and Balaramji is again Shesha Nag Avatar in this in Krishna Avatar. So in that incarnation, Lakshmanji was upset that because Lord Ram was elder to him, he could not rule, or he had to listen to him. And one or two decisions he was not very happy with Lord Ram, when Mata Sita had to be sent. So then probably that was one of the reasons that in this avatar he had to be elder one.
Yeah. Elder one, that is the right answer. Elder one, right answer. But yes, Meena Mataji, you wanted to say
Yeah,
something?
it was just actually elder one also, and also before Krishna appears, all his paraphernalia, associates, everybody comes. So
Yeah.
his full troop is there also to cleanse,
Yeah,
before he came.
to
Yeah,
purify the place.
purify, yes.
That's there, but it's also to cause some confusion to Kamsa, whether it is,
Mm.
whether Krishna, whether he'll be considered as seventh son or eighth son now. You see, to cause some
Mm.
confusion. Yes, because seventh was like, externally that she had an abortion, miscarriage. So whether, do you consider Krishna to be seventh or eighth now? It's eighth
Eighth, yeah,
pregnancy, eighth
yeah.
pregnancy, but Kamsa doesn't know that it is actually, it could be seventh son because that miscarriage had happened just to cause some
Mm.
confusion to Kamsa. Okay,
Mm.
for us we know that he had been transferred,
Yeah,
but Kamsa didn't know that the child was transferred, right?
yeah.
So that is also another reason. Uh, yes. So, and how Lord appeared in the womb of Devaki is mentioned. First, he appeared in the heart of Lord Krishna appeared in the heart of Vasudeva, and from the heart of Vasudeva, he was transferred to the heart of Devaki, and then he was placed in the womb of Devaki. Uh, so that's how Devaki became pregnant eighth time. Mm. And mm, so, so when she was carrying the Lord, she became very bright, and everything was illuminating, very effulgent as sun. Uh, and so and even she was very jubilant also. Mm. So this caused some fear in Kamsa, and he actually wanted to kill, but you know he thought like, how can I kill my own sister while she was pregnant, like that. So he he did not kill her. Mm. And uh, uh, So Devaki illuminated the entire atmosphere in the prison house. Mm. Uh, and Devaki has never before looked so brilliant and so jubilant. Mm. Uh, so he was, because of this situation, he could figure out that this pregnancy is different, that he was contemplating on this situation only. Kamsa saw the Lord everywhere, basically, in every act, whatever he's doing, his mind is focusing on only this. So indirectly, he became Krishna conscious. So that time, uh, so Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva, accompanied by Indra and Narada, Devala, Vyasa, all other demigods, they um, came to the prison house of Devaki, and they were in invisible. Um, they were not visible, they were invisible, and they offered prayers to the Lord within the womb of Devaki. It is called Garbhastuti. Hmm? Stuti means it's a praise or prayer. Uh, so they were offering prayers to the uh, Garbha. the child within the womb. So the rest of the chapter focuses on the prayers offered by the demigods, devatas, headed by Brahma, Shiva, Narada, etc. So we will read a few prayers from this. So first one, Satyavratam Satyaparam Trisatyam Satyasya Yonim Nihitam Cha Satye Satyasya Satyam Rita Satya Netram Satyatmakam Tvam Sharanam Prapanna. So here Lord has been Satyavratam. He had taken a vow, never deviates from his truth. And Satyaparam is the absolute truth. There is no truth superior to him. Trisatyam means he is truthful, his existence is truth in three phases: past, present, future. Like that, they have described how the Lord is, truthful. And so he said, you are equal to everyone, and your instructions apply for everyone for all time. You are the beginning of all truth. Therefore, offering our obeisances, we surrender unto you. Kindly give us protection. So here you can see the word Satya means truth comes several times. So Satyatmakam, everything pertaining to the Lord is truth. So that is a little bit of technical verse. Basically, demigods saying that the ultimate truth is the Supreme Lord. Right. Okay, let me just recite a couple of more. I'm having just little issue, 1 second. So this is another verse which is very famous. Tvayambujaksha kila satvadamni samadhina veshita chetasaike tvatpadapotena mahatkrutena kuruvanti govatsa padam bhavabdim. So Lord is Ambujaksha, lotus-eyed. Sat Akila Sattva Dhamni means Sattva means the goodness, full of goodness, source of full of goodness, is abode of full of goodness. So the devotees, what do they do? Samadhi naveshita cheta saike. So they fix their mind with full consciousness on the lotus feet of the Lord. And by doing so, that lotus feet of the Lord acts like a boat. And thereby they reduce the size of material ocean to the water contained in the corpse hoof print. I'll explain in simple terms. So take shelter of the lotus feet of the Lord. Devotees take shelter of the lotus feet of the Lord. When they take shelter of the lotus feet of the Lord, this material world is compared to an ocean. We would not be able to cross over this material ocean. It is Bhavasagar, Bhavasindhu. But that lotus, when we take the shelter of the Lord, the water in that ocean will reduce to the size of the water contained in the corpse hoof print, which is very, very tiny. You can easily cross over. So the answer is that take shelter devotees, Mahat Krutena. So the devotees of the Lord, they take shelter. Oh, so demigods are offering, oh Lord, devotees take shelter of your lotus feet. Thereby, they'll be able to easily cross over this material world. So it acts like a boat. So this is another famous verse Prabhupada used to quote very often. Ye anye arvindaksha vimuktamaninas tvayasta bhavata vishuddha buddhayaha aruya kruchrena param padam tataha patantyado natruta yusmadangrayaha. So here, it's about the jnanis who think they are liberated. Vimuktamanina, they think that we are liberated. But they have not taken shelter of the lotus feet of the Lord. That's why what happens? Patanti adho, they will also fall down. So this is the meaning. They fall down from their position of imagined superiority because they have no regard for your lotus feet. So when explaining the glory of devotion, Prabhupada often quoted this verse. This verse tells that if one has not taken shelter of the lotus feet of the Lord, even though one is at the stage of liberation, they will fall down because they have not taken shelter of your lotus feet. This is talking about the impersonless. And then they say, if devotees completely in love with you sometimes fall from the path of devotion, they do not fall like non-devotees. For you still protect them. Thus they fearlessly traverse the heads of their opponents and continue to progress in the devotional service. Here, the demigods say that devotees sometimes they may fall down, but they don't fall down like non-devotees, because Lord will come and protect. You still protect them. So that is the advantage of a devotee compared to non-devotees. The impersonalists are also, they are called transcendentalists, but they are not devotees of Lord Krishna. That is what mentioned here. And they say that you appear in several incarnations, various incarnations, such as fish, horse, that is Hayagriva, tortoise, kurma, Narasimha, boar, a swan, Lord Ramchandra, Parshurama, Vamandeva, to protect the entire world by your mercy. So then they say, you always appear to protect. Whatever may be the incarnation, you appear to protect the devotees. Paritranaya sadhunam, vinashaya cha dushkrutam, dharma samsthapanarthaya sambhavami yuge yuge. So you always appear to protect, and you are protected in other incarnations, devotees. Now, oh Lord, please protect us by diminishing the disturbances in this world. And there is one more prayer. Even while engaged in various activities, devotees whose minds are completely absorbed at your lotus feet and who constantly hear, chant, and contemplate, and the cause others to remember. Your transcendental names and forms are always on the transcendental platform, and thus they can understand the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So here, this verse says that we can, even though we are engaged in our activities, our household activities, our daily activities, we should, if we hear and chant and glorify and remember, and at the same time, we also make others to remember the Lord by preaching, by by giving him Krishna Katha. If we do this, then we can go back to Godhead. And that's what it is mentioned here. Yeah, so these are some of the prayers, and offered after thus offering the prayers, then they went back to their own places, heavenly planets. So this is how this chapter summarizes, concludes. So let me summarize this second chapter, entitled Prayers by the Demigods for Lord Krishna within the womb of Devaki. So in the beginning of this chapter, it is mentioned that knowing that the demigods had taken birth in the Yadu dynasty, and the Lord is going to appear in the Yadu dynasty and going to kill him, he started prosecuting all the Yadus. And, in that regard, he took support from his father-in-law, that is Jarasandha, and he took help of other demons, number of demons. So the devotees were being tortured by the demons, and the devotees of the Lord fled here and there. So when the devotees are tortured, they still remember the lotus feet of the Lord. They still engage. The demons appear to dominate and win. They appear to be powerful, but it's in due course, they'll be punished by the Lord. Just just as like Prahlad Maharaj versus Hiranyakashipu, Hiranyakashipu appeared to dominate, and he tortured the demigods also. Everyone was so fearful, and he tried to kill his own son, Prahlad Maharaj. So, but Prahlad waited patiently, and the demon was killed. So this is what happens, and um, so in the spiritual world, after the six sons were killed, six sons of Devaki were killed. In the spiritual world, the conversation between Yogamaya and Krishna was as follows. Krishna ordered Yogamaya to go down to Nanda Gokul, Vrindavan, and transfer the seventh child, that is Sankarshan, Baladev, and is also known as Rama because he gives pleasure. Transfer him from the womb of Devaki to the womb of Rohini. And then Lord said that you will appear as the daughter of Yashoda, and I will appear as the eighth son of Devaki. And because um, you and me are very related, and you are my energy, Yogamaya. So you will be celebrated in the world as Bhadrakali, Durga, Ambika, etc. People will worship you, they glorify you. And so after hearing this, Yogamaya uttered Om, saying, "Oh my Lord, that I would do what you have ordered me to do so." Then she came to Nanda Gokul, and she had transferred Balaram from the womb of Rohini to the womb of, from the womb of Devaki to the womb of Rohini. And Rohini was at that time pregnant. We clarified that. And she was, fled after Devaki and Vasudev were imprisoned. All the wives were also, they left Mathura. So she was she was at the house of Nanda Maharaj. And then Krishna appeared as the eighth son. So here Acharyas have mentioned that these six sons were killed by Kamsa, represent six enemies that exist in the core of our heart. So they were the sons of Marichi. That Marichi represents the mind. And this mind also has six sons: lust, greed, anger, etc. So Acharyas tell us that they should be destroyed. Then the Lord will appear. So how do we destroy these anarthas? Bhagavatam says that nashta prayeshu abhadreshu nityam bhagavat sevaya bhagavat chuttama shloke bhaktir bhavati naishtuki. So these anarthas, the weapon to kill these six enemies is to render devotional service onto the lotus feet of the Lord. So there is person Bhagavatam, that is devotee Bhagavatam, and then there is book Bhagavatam. We should serve both devotee Bhagavata and book Bhagavata. So this way we can actually conquer the anarthas. Anartha nivrutti will take place when we do bhajana kriya. So that is practicing devotion on a regular basis, under the supervision of bona fide spiritual master, is so important. So then when the Lord, when Mother Devaki became pregnant 8th time with Krishna, the demigods headed by Brahma, Shiva, Indra, and all others, and there is other saintly devotees like Narad, Vyasa, etc. They all appeared in the prison house of Kamsa where Devaki was living. Devaki was imprisoned, and then they decided to offer prayers to the Lord within the womb. It is called Garbhastuti. We see from the Bhagavatam that they do this time and again. Whenever they get a chance, they offer prayers to the Lord. I remember that when Devhuti became pregnant with Kapila Dev, Brahma offered prayers like that. So, so we can also remember, memorize some of these prayers, a few of them, and offer to the Lord on a regular basis. So, and in that regard, we have discussed a few prayers. The first one is Lord being the truthful, and he being the absolute truth that we had discussed. And secondly, devotees, by taking shelter of the lotus feet of the Lord, they can cross over this material ocean. So when the devotees take shelter of the lotus feet of the Lord, the ocean is reduced to the size of the water contained in the calf's hoof print, which is nothing. That means so many impossible things becomes possible. This material ocean is otherwise impossible, but then we can easily cross over. Krishna also says in the Gita, Dhaivi hesha gunamayi mamamaya duratyaya mameva ye prapadyante mayametam tarantite. 7:14, Bhagavad Gita 7:14. Yeah. So that's what devotees do. And the other point was that when the devotees, when they take this boat, the boat is still available for other people. So they will use the boat to cross over, but the boat is still available. What does it mean? That the method sets by Acharya devotees are still available for all of us. We can also take that boat. So they give us the instructions on how to render devotion. So they use the boat and they cross over the material ocean, but they leave that boat for all of us to grab and jump into that boat so that we can also cross over. So Prabhupada writes quite a bit in this regard. This is called Acharya Parampara. That Acharyas, they give us the rules and regulations. But if we follow this sincerely, we can cross over. But many times we do not have enough faith, Shraddha. We do not have enough faith. That's why we do not follow it properly. As a result of that, we will not be able to cross over. So, how do we develop faith? We have to regularly hear and read. And you should palena parikiyate. You have to see what kind of acharya Srila Prabhupada is, that Maharaj was mentioning. Bhakti Prachar Parivrajak Swami, that he was ordered by, Prabhupada was ordered by Lord Krishna in the spiritual world to go down and do the task. It is said that Prabhupada did not want to come down, but Lord Krishna said, yes, I've made arrangements for you. And he came and he gave purports. This is a very significant contribution. These purports are very, very special. And Prabhupada said many times, used to read his own books and used to tell that I have not written. So these were, basically Krishna was acting through me. So we have to follow Prabhupada. We have to serve Prabhupada. Yes, we may have respect for others. We may have respect for others. We should not disrespect for others or other sampradayas. But our loyalty, our service should be to Prabhupada. We should become Prabhupada's servants, loyalists. We have to check, are we becoming loyal to Prabhupada? Yes, we respect everyone. We offer obeisances and respect to everyone. But if you've taken initiation, if you are following this, then we should become loyal to Prabhupada. This is so important. That Prabhupada had left the boat for us, but are we taking that boat? And this boat can expand. As soon as one jumps in it, it will expand further. So put faith in Acharya's words and follow their instructions. So that way we can also cross over. And then there is a mention of how the impersonalists may think that they are liberated, but because they have not taken shelter of the Lord's lotus feet, they will fall down. And it is mentioned sometimes devotees also fall down, but their fall down is different. Lord will come personally and protect because they are under the shelter of the Lord. Oh my Lord, you appeared in various incarnations, and every time you appear, you protect the devotees, you annihilate the miscreant. And please, this time also, my Lord, you get rid of the burden caused by the miscreants and protect all of us. So this is how the demigods offered prayers. And we can also offer prayer every day. Some prayer we should offer to the Lord and Acharyas. So this is how we conclude the second chapter of the 10th canto. Thank you so much, everyone. Really appreciate Nisha Mataji, as always.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Shama Shriji as well. Yes.
Dandavad Pranam. I got 3 questions.
Sure.
First question about why Prabhupada don't wanted to come to the material world? Second, did he understood his assignment since birth, that he has to, preach for Krishna conscious movement? So first question was this.
Okay. See, I never met Prabhupada personally, but were you there in Maharaj's lecture that day? You were not there, I
Oh, I was
guess.
not there. No.
Yeah, I repeated Maharaj's words basically. Yes. Um, See, the devotees can say, because devotees want to serve the Lord in the spiritual world. The devotees always like to, they have a different rasa. Yes. So they like to sometimes argue or have a conversation with the Lord. So, but the point, what Maharaj was mentioning, that he appeared for a divine purpose, and his purpose was to give all of us those purports. And we have to read and imbibe the mood and learn from those purports. That is the meaning of that whole pastime.
Okay.
I hope I conveyed that.
Okay.
His
Yeah,
purpose,
you did.
yeah, the purpose was that these are not ordinary purports. That is the point. So we should read and discuss. And thereby, when we read and discuss, and here also our faith increases, our faith strengthens. Yes?
Yeah. So second question, Prabhuji, about Kalanemi. You said Marichi's sons were born to Kalanemi. And then Kalanemi become Kamsa and he killed Devaki's 7 sons.
Six.
So 6, sorry, yeah. 6 he has killed. So there was any karma involved in there with Kalanemi killing his own son?
He, he was killed by Krishna, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so karma means he was like, for his sins, he was anyway, he got punished by Krishna. So yes, his karmic reaction was finished when he was killed by Krishna.
Okay. But there was no previous thing involved, no.
What do you mean by previous?
Because it was his son, isn't it? Kalnemi's sons were 6. They were his own sons. And the
Yes,
next life, he become the killer of those sons. So is anything they did wrong, when they were his son in the past life?
Oh yes, they were disobedient to Hiranyakashipu,
Okay.
and Hiranyakashipu had cursed them. But the whole point of this is that they had disrespected Brahma. As a result of Vaishnava Parad, they had to undergo these births. And after being killed by Kamsa, they were reinstated in their position as demigods.
Okay. All right. Okay. That's great. Yeah. Thank you, Prabhuji. Third question, if is that okay?
Yeah, go on.
Okay. So my third question, Dashavatar, when they come, Lord Balram does come in any form to help the Dashavatars as well, as to help.
Sorry, I did not understand. Which one?
So,
what?
when we have every avatar.
Dashawataras, you mean Dashawataras?
Yeah, Dashavataras. When they come, so when Lord Krishna comes, Lord Balram came to purify and did everything for Lord Krishna to make it perfect for him to come. Does during the Dashavatara time, when they were Vamana, did Lord Balram came along with them in any other form?
Yeah, so sometimes he may appear, sometimes he may not appear. Say, our Purna Mataji mentioned Lakshman, like that. So sometimes they appear, sometimes they may not. Say, for example, Vaman avatar, Lord appeared. See, when Lord appears, all his avatar also there in his body. Yes.
Okay.
So the answer to your question is sometimes they may, sometimes they may not.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. That's my understanding, by the way.
Thank you.
Yes,
Thank you.
Shamashriji Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Dandavat Pranam. Prabhuji, I want a favor really. I want you to recommend special verses for the prayer to Lord Krishna. You said you should have some verses for prayer. Can you recommend some verses for prayer? Because I can't remember.
Okay. See, so what did Prabhupada said? Prabhupada recommendation was that there are a number of prayers. My recommendation, I usually, when I read, study, I'll make a note of one prayer. Say, for example, today I liked one prayer that I wanted to offer every time because what that prayer was that, you appeared in every time you appear, you protect, you get rid of the burden of the earth. Similarly, please remove the burden, like that. So I like that prayer. I'll keep a note. So when we study, we can make a
I
note
want
of.
you to tell us which prayer, because like you said, you like this prayer. So just give me the reference of this prayer, then I can.
I will mention. I will mention that. So Brahma Samhita is another a prayer offered by Brahma that we can recite. But in the Bhagavatam, there are like different prayers, like prayers offered by Bhishma Dev, prayers offered by Kunti Maharani. So like that every time now from the demigod prayers. So I can give you some, definitely.
Thank you, Prabhuji. That will be very kind.
And many times the sages of Naim Sharanya, they also offer prayers.
So do you take note of these prayers then? Because it's difficult to memorize all these prayers then.
Yeah. Some, at least, not all of them. Okay. Just one or two. Even the mood can be there as well, isn't it? Just we can offer in the mind also. We need not to recite. We can also offer. Okay. In the way we want. Okay. But something we can memorize.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you very much. I'll be grateful for references.
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much, everyone. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Grandhara Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai.
Prabhuji,
Nitai Gaura Premanandi. Hari Hari.
The Shashi single raised hand, Prabhuji.
Oh, answered.
Yeah, that's Shamashriji, yes.
Sorry, I didn't know. Sorry. Okay, sorry, Mataji. Okay.
No, that's
Thank you, Prabhuji.
I thought
you have more questions, Nisha Mataji.
Yeah, I'm just wanted to ask whether you have created a book of prayers for yourself.
No, I'm not so organized. I'll just make some notes, but maybe I should. Yeah, okay. I've not done, to be honest with myself, but I just recite, I just like some prayers and I just keep on reciting them.
Okay, thank you, Prabhuji.
To be honest with you, I'm not.
Okay, yeah. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.